Andrew, my friend. So we're here, just you and me. I love this. And I wanted to make just a video for this. For it's really beautiful. It's really beautiful, and you totally nailed it. The perspective here is amazing, and I even divided this on different layers, so we can go specific one by one. I will highly recommend doing so too. So you feel free to submit the drawings like this, full page, so you can draw completely. And do you, is this drawing cut like this or it's not? Let me see. Boom, 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 boom. I have fun recording the previous video. Oh, we should. Omar just submitted a video right now. Feedback right now. Also, we are going to talk with Omar right now too in this video. Then there you go. Let me see. No, it's not. It's not complete. Well, no worries. No worries. Let's go. Let's start with this Joker. Awesome. Let me know how you felt with the idea of drawing everything in 2 point perspective. Let me know if that helps. And also, drawing this super big will help us a lot. Huge time into being able to polish each one of these volumes a lot more, being more detailed with those things. Boom, boom. There you go. And from here to here, I only need these lines. I already know where the rest is going. I only need these lines. This is a tip that I totally. I like to say a steal. This is totally something that I learned from Keith Andrew. Totally learned from Keith, and I owe him a lot. So yeah, I remember in one of the classes that we had with him, he asked in the middle of the class, he's like, I have a question. And we were like, okay. He's like, where's the first thing we do before doing tie down in animation? And everyone was like, and in my mind I was like, I had no idea. There's something that we do before the tie down. And it's like, of course, the rough pass, of course, but the rough pass wouldn't be. And now, no, I think no one answered. If someone answered incorrectly, it was, we draw the perspective grid. And then I saw him building the perspective grid, dude, and how he was animating a flower sack inside of that perspective grid and aligning that flower sack volume and, and aligning that flower sack volume with the perspective grid that he was drawing. Everything, even the lines here, everything. He was building that flower sack inside of that 3D grid that he drew. Everything. It blew my mind. And then I started looking at animations out there, like the goofy animations from Disney, and I was able to see all of these things. When Goofy is laid in the floor, and we see this, the feet of Goofy, I can see that even those things are aligned like this, with the perspective grid, and it's fascinating. It's like it was an aha moment for me, that class. And from here to here, I go like this. And guess what? I first draw this shape of the torso, which either is like a C, it's like a V, or it's like an S here, and then I fill this with the straights, and I just adapt this concept into the character. So if the Joker have wide shoulders, I have my S here. But instead of filling this like this template that I give you in the videos, I make this line like this. I put this straight here. And on top of this shape of the volume is that I start drawing my 3D edge here. And from here to here, we have the 3D edge here in this part. And all of this, guess what? Follows the perspective grid of this box, except these ones, because we are tilting forward. We are getting out of these vanishing points that are going this way and this way, and we are coming up with new vanishing points. But because we know how to draw boxes with the video that I recorded on how to draw boxes, we're able to freehand those lines without having to draw a new vanishing point and just the horizon line and all of that. Because knowing that this is a parallel of this one, this is a parallel of this one, this is a parallel of this one. And there you go. And then these corners here, we connect with one line. Which line? Either an S, either a C. So here I will connect this with an S. So I will draw a parallel of this line here and a parallel of this line here. So I would love to see that clarity in your lines here, because that will translate in exactly, this will translate immediately into the tie down animations that we're going to do. Will translate exactly like that. So we're only using these three type of lines, and here this is an S. So I'm not drawing my line like this. But instead I'm going boom, boom, clear statement. That's what makes an animation, a clean animation, really awesome and really clean, because we know which lines are we're going to put, which are our statements. So from here to here, as I mentioned in the previous video, simplifying this as joints like this, could work, but I also like to keep the shapes of the character. So if we draw the shape of the character like this, and then like this, all of this together, I can go around like this and just add a 3D edge here and connect that 3D edge with this part and with this part. And I feel like I'm not dividing, I'm not breaking the rhythms, I'm not breaking the flow of this leg going there. Do you see this line of this character going like this? In this part, I'm not breaking that flow by adding a sphere in the middle and then two cylinders here. I'm not breaking that flow. I'm keeping that flow, and inside of that flow, I am adding the perspective lines. And guess what? This perspective line will go the same way, the same direction of all of these lines. And that's amazing. This line, boom, same direction over there. And from here to here, this is a trick that I like to do, and is that I draw the ground plane of the foot, and then on top of this ground plane, I draw the foot. And look at how three-dimensional it looks. Amazing. And from here to here, I go like this, connecting here, making like this. See, this is an S, this is a oopsie. That's an oopsie. S straight, S, what the heck I'm saying. C straight, C, C. Very cool. Ground plane here. Beautiful. Too many lines here, Andrew. Yes, we can just simplify this into something like this. Into something like this. Oops. Simple lines, simple C here. Which we can turn into a 3D edge too. And inside of this, and we can group these elements like this. I didn't like it too much. Actually, this finger is looking down like this. There you go. But the main idea that I would like to communicate through this drawer that I did, also the legs are super rough here. The the legs will be super big compared to the torso. I feel the torso is this size and the legs is this size. And here the legs, the legs are a little bit small. But I'm doing these drawers on top of your drawing just to show you how to polish this type of construction. So this construction that you work here is really cool as a rough pass. I also would love to see a rough pass next to this, so we can keep practicing those rough pass. And then on top of that, building these shapes like this. So this is a drawer on top of yours. But if we were to do a drawer on top of this dude here, and I'm keeping the same flow here. And I turn this into a 3D edge. There you go. So that's the correct way of the proportions of these characters. And the head construction, let's see. I'm just drawing because I like this character too, but you did awesome here, Andrew. You did awesome here. I will add another, so I will add two volumes here, one on the eyeline here at the bottom, and one on the forehead here. This is also another thing that I learned from Keith. Centerline here. So we have this rhythm here on the forehead, which is going to be here the eyebrows. And we're going to have another rhythm here on the nose. Centerline. The jaw here, boom. Beautiful design, beautiful design. Beautiful. Yeah, I just drawing because I like it. But there you go. Let's add this volume on the forehead and this volume here at the nose, so we can actually start drawing like a real Loomis head in real proportions, and we can fit the nose, what the heck, the ear between these two spaces here, and there you go. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Let's go to the next one. So here, the torso of the Joker. Let me reduce the opacity of this even. No, let me draw here something like this. Awesome, and then this one blue. Boom. I'm drawing this vein or this flower sac that represents the torso into something like this. And on top of this flower sac, I'm going to start building my volumes. So I remember where are my 3D edges. Something like this, and now I'm going to draw through here to draw these hips into something like this. And from here, I start adding these other shapes. So see how I added these volumes inside of a super gestural, super appealing and dynamic shape here. Inside of this shape is that I start adding these 3D edges, those volumes. So I am not drawing this as a mannequin, because that is when we start feeling the pose. This is where when the pose starts feeling stiff. And also, if we start animating like a volume passing animation, if we're having this, we're going to work a lot more during the next passing, which have to put the design on top, because then we have to redesign the character almost from this mannequin into the final design, which just takes more time. Just takes more time when we can do something like this. And on top of this, 3D edge. 3D edge here. Loomis head. S. See? That's amazing. This design is an S. Every time that I see how people simplify C, straight, C, S, C, straight, S, C, straight, C. Every time that I see these things, I really love design. I really love design, Andrew. And sometimes, to be honest with you, sometimes I'm like, you know what? I will really consider being a character designer. Sometimes I really, really, really love design, or I feel very, very inspired with the design of the characters. It gives me a lot of inspiration. And yeah, I feel like the designers are the coolest guys in the animation industry. There you go. Get them from here to here. There you go. And here, shoulder rhythm here. We can connect this volume into something like this, and from here to here like this. I'm just literally copying the volumes and the shapes. I'm going to show you how to design shapes eventually on the next model of shape designs. But from now, let's draw these gestures and fill the other parts with a straight. And I'm sure I'm going to show you. And if you can watch, if no, you know what, Andrew, because you're already at like in a very excellent level. Watch the shape. I haven't uploaded those yet. I'm going to tell you once you can watch those shape design videos, because with you maybe we can start working on both at the same time, and that'll be awesome. So I'll upload those as app for you, and then from here to here like this. You know, now I have this. Now I take notes here. So I'll be like, Andrew, shape, design. I feel it's better. Every time that I wrote notes on my phone, I never look at those again. I never look at those again. Where's the 3D box? I didn't draw it. But see, because I didn't draw that box, but see how I aware was that all of these lines goes towards the same vanishing point. So I don't draw this like this, and then this line like this, and then this line like this, because I understand how the 3D box works. I can see that 3D box in each part of these characters, and draw like crazy. And then from here to here. 3D edge. See how I'm turning those volumes into 3D edges? There you go. Beautiful. And see how the character feels like if I put the design on top of this, like the details, like the clothes, all the drapery on top of these volumes that I designed that that are already super close to the character, everything will look, everything will be easier for me to the next step in which I'm going to do tie down and add details. Everything will be there for me to start drawing those lines on top of this. But here, if I have this type of pass and then I move to animation, then I'll be like, oh shoot, you know what? I have to now draw these lines again. Then I have to draw these lines again and these lines again. And also, it's like, how is that I'm going to connect this color here on top of this part? But here, everything is flowing around for me to start adding all of the volumes around. So that's the main difference. So there you go. Just give this like the volume of the character. 3D edge perfect here. And yeah, I would love to see your torsos. I would love to see the torsos here going like this, and just start building those 3D volumes inside of that torso like this. Cool. Let's go to Batman. Look at the gesture here. So I'm feeling that this is the gesture. Bam. Then from here to here like this. From here to here like this. Actually, I feel like there's a lot of force here in this hip too. There you go. This is the correct rhythm. So I'm putting darker lines once I found the correct rhythm there. This legs comes like this. A mess. This drawing is a mess, but I already found all the answers that I was trying to find. I found all the answers that I wanted to find, so I can just go again here. Boom! Look at that squash there. Boom, shoulder, tricep. The neck of Batman going like this. Awesome. And on top of this, guess what? 3D edge here. Sometimes I go all the way around, like 3D edge here. well, this is twisting, so this line will hide around here. I'll go and hide around there. Boom, center line. And this center line connects all the way with this center line here at the hips. Boom. Beautiful. And from here to here, through the edge. There you go. And from here to here, through the edge. Bam! Then from here to here, shoulder. And from here to here, cylinder here. Let me go around here so it's not that confusing. And that cylinder, I turn this cylinder into a 3D edge like this. I think we're going to reveal a little bit of this lower part of the tricep. So I'm revealing this volume here, which is going to look like this. Bam! I can add a single volume here, which is going to be a C line. A C line here. That's awful. The apex of this line will go around here. Awesome. And I continue having this 3D edge there. The Loomis head of this dude. It's really crazy when I remember these episodes, like the crossovers that Batman have with the Ninja Turtles or with the Scooby Doo. Those things are crazy. So yeah, the design here is a bit flat, so I don't know if we can add another shape volume here. I think we can, so we still have this extra volume here. And from here to here we go around like this. From here to here around like this. And Batman. There you go. My favorite superhero is Spider-Man. And then I think the next one is Batman for sure. I used to love to play the Arkham games on PlayStation. Everything is built on volumes. Everything is built on volumes. There you go. That's my deconstruction of Batman. Let's go to the next one. So let me see yours. Let me see yours. Let me see yours. Yeah, I think this can seem a little bit flat, but just adding these lines like this, like this. Let me go come and see, so you can see all the process here. Loomis head, and then from the Loomis head, the 3D edge on the eyebrow, which you did, and not only that, I was like, can I add a 3D edge here in the cheeks? Yes. From there to there, I was able to draw these lines, not like flat, but around. See this feeling of it's going like around and around, but not tack. And then from here to here, what I did next? No, I lost the command Z. So there you go. From here to here, instead of going like straight, I was going around, like to feel the squash and the stretch, because we're drawing for animation. We want to feel all of this squashing and stretching like crazy. Boom. And guess what? This goes this direction, this goes this direction, everything goes that way. So even the mouth goes that direction. So I'm imagining the box in all of this head that I'm drawing here. This line will open a bit here. This is Batman. So there you go. I'm adding more volume. I'm like feeling a roundness here instead of just being flat here. Okay. Oh, this is a joke here. I was like, is this the eyes? Is this the mouth? And I start seeing like a Patrick Star. So this dude, I'll go with something like this. Something like this. Okay, I'm going to divide this into, because these are more like anatomical type of Loomis heads. I will draw the eyebrow and I will draw the other one here, from here to here, and a C curve that I can see amazing here. Amazing here. Center line here. From this center line we connect this jaw. This is a C. And from here to here I can add the nose here on top of this volume here. I'm feeling the pose. There you go. And I'm drawing this hair on top of that volume. And with this quick sketch, eventually once we move to tie down, we're going to be able to put everything more in model. Look at this C curve here. This is a C here. But there you go. This is how I will simplify that head. Let's go. Next one. Beautiful. Beautiful. So from here, torso. Boom. Actually, the freedom of here is pushing that hip towards that side. So from here to here, I'm drawing like this. So I'm adding this straight into something like this. Boom. And if I connect these two rhythms, this is an S, and this is an S here. So I'm aware of those kind of simplifications. From here to here, I can go around. I'm seeing a bit of this side, a bit. There you go. From here to here. Feel this perspective is very push. So I'm going very rounded here, very rounded here to eventually, boom, cut this and make a 3D edge here. I'm transforming those cylinders into 3D edges, and then I'm drawing the pants here, the panties, and from here to here, all of this. I actually love the way that you simplify this leg inside of the Joker shape. We call it in Spanish this character El Guasón. El Guasón. The Joker. Beautiful. Very accurate here. I'll draw a little bit of the volume here too. And add some perspective there too. Beautiful. And from here to here we have this volume here. Beautiful. Bam. Yeah, let's think about these simplifications of volumes as an animation pass, as a pass that we're going to use eventually for animation. Because adding all of those volumes there, all of these blocks and volumes will add a lot of lines to animate on any software. So let's simplify these volumes as much as we can into something like this. And there you go. The idea of this practice is to develop this sense of seeing volumes in the characters, not only designing flat shapes. And eventually, once in our animation passes, we are not going to draw as much as lines as we have here, but because we have the understanding of these concepts, once we start drawing shapes with those understandings super clear in our head, we're going to start drawing shapes that feels volumetric because we're going to only do this. And this shape already looks volumetric. But that's why it's like people sometimes say like that dude only animates with shapes, but why are you adding all of these lines and all of that? Because that dude is animating with shapes, but he's aware that he the shapes that he draw like this, and instead of drawing shapes like this and like this and like this, He's aware. He's leaving these clues. That dude that doesn't need to animate like the volumes pass. He's drawing a shape like this, but inside of this shape, I'm seeing all of these volumes here, and those are all these elegance that I see around and the people work, and I'm like, oh, okay, I know. I can see through their thought process and design in this shape, and I can see that inside of this shape, they actually see all of these volumes like this. Boom, beautiful. Head. Boom. Oh, I'm still going super cartoony here. Even pushing even more this, yeah, like you had there. Beautiful. I love these designs. See this is, see that is, see that is. It's beautiful. Amazing. Oh. Oop, oop. There you go. I love this one. Awesome. Awesome. Let's go with this one. 2 point perspective. 2 point perspective. Let's see. I feel that this box feels in 1 point a bit. But there you go. You know what? Let me do a drawer on top of this Batman here. This is a complete illustration here. Nice. So yeah, it's super flat Batman in this perspective. So yeah, and it's tilting a little bit. It's tilting a little bit. It's tilting a bit, just a bit. Not too much. It's almost flat, to be honest. It's almost flat. So this one. Super flat. The head. Bam, 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 bam. I have a rave right now in my ears. So, I don't know. Having music also makes me enjoy all of this process a bit more. Boom! Oopsie. There you go. This is my deconstruction and your deconstruction of Batman. There you go. I'm trying to be more accurate with the volumes here of this part of the mask and the volumes here compared with the volumes here, and also the thickness between this. This Batman feels like the version of the Batman in the future. You remember that cartoon from the Batman of the future? That one, that was cool too. So it looks a little bit thin, so it reminds me to that Batman from the future. But other than that, yeah, really, 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 really nice. I will just say like connect these rhythms. That's something that I was mentioning on this video. That's the thing that I would love to see the most, Andrew, on your drawings next, is to connect these volumes and then just build build the 3D inside of these volumetric shapes that we are drawing that represents this character. So we are not breaking the character apart into different parts and adding 3D edges into this, but we're actually adding those inside of these volumetric shapes. And you will see that a pass like this will make a life super easier during the animation process. Super easy! So there you go. Hope this helps. Let me see this dude. I love drawing torsos. So this dude could be something like this. No! So this is a parallel of this one. So the same concept that I showed how to draw boxes, the same thing here. Awesome. I made this with squash here. And here we have this 3D edge that goes all the way like this. And here we have this center line here like this. Boom, and from here to here, this is the hip. And from this hip, we extrude up, or we create this volume of the leg here. And from here to here, we go down. And then we can break these volumes into 3D edges. Oopsie. There you go, and from here to here. And boom, the cloth here. It's a stretch here, it's a stretch by Batman. There you go, this is how I will draw. Of course, these drawings are not connected, but this is just the draw over of this. And as you can see, the pattern that I'm repeating is like I draw the torso, and on top of that torso, inside of that torso, is that I start building all of these 3D edges. And that's how I keep all the volumes, all of the perspective, instead of looking stiff, but very fluid inside of the flow of all of this character looking beautifully. So hope this helps, and I'll record another video for you, Omar. I'll record another video for you. I want to keep this video perspective. So hope this helps, Andrew. And there you go. See you next time. Bye bye.